So, I kind of wanted to discuss today whether or not I've been accidentally doing electroculture. Well, the short answer is probably not. Even though I have some successful plants that seem ridiculously close to copper rods. The copper rods were free, it was accidental. They're guides to keep people and other things away from the stuff I'm working on, like this mimosa. So, here's why two things are probably true. One, electroculture may work. And two, most definitely everybody is doing it wrong, including me. So there's a thing called Schumann resonance. It's 7.83 hertz. I'm a ham radio operator. Frequency matters. So 7.83 hertz is the frequency of the earth. So if you make an antenna that is resonant on 7.83 hertz, you are resonant with the earth's frequency. And I would suggest that this would be a good starting point for electroculture, because it's not going to work if it's not resonant to the earth. And that's probably the only way it's going to work. So 7.83 hertz is going to be your starting point. And there's other things involved. Do you need to make wire loop antenna? Does the wire loop antenna need to be a certain amount of feet above your plants? This is probably also true, and that distance will probably be in 3-foot intervals. Again, electric rod, big donated plant, free from the earth. Are they related? Probably not. Coincidence. I really say it's coincidence. So, you go around, you look for things that answer questions, and everybody's going on about electroculture. So, great big brass rod and a raspberry plant doing well. Okay, but wait a minute. Here is an old iron drawer hanger stuck beside a plant, and it's growing well too. So does the material matter? I would argue that if it's resonant at 7.83 hertz, that it would probably work, whether it's copper, brass, stainless steel, iron, whatever. But it has to be set up to work with the frequency of the earth, and also probably has to work with resonant areas of the earth. So what happens is you take a grid dip meter and you walk around a yard, and you say, okay, what's good? Or you take a radio. If you're listening to 7.83 hertz, or if you can make a receiver that receives at 7.83 hertz, and you walk around your yard and you start getting a louder set of noises coming into that radio, then that position you're in is probably going to be the position that you're going to find your signal strongest. Now, this is not always great. For instance, this little spot right here with a few shells on it to mark it is a place in my driveway. If I want to use a ham radio, portable, and communicate with people from a disadvantaged low power, I know that right about here I can stand and I'll have a resonant frequency. For whatever reason, that particular spot in my yard is receptive to radio signals. So you're going to have to be able to be receptive to radio signals. Example, copper rod. And right there, I have tried growing multiple things in this position. Everything that I try to grow there dies. It's not receptive to the frequency of the earth, evidently, if you go by the assumptions of electroculture. At the same time, I have dewberry that has climbed up beside a iron rod coated in copper and a rack that I use as a trellis beside my mulberry, and it's doing great. But is it the resonance? Is it minerals in the soil? I really think there's going to be a need for more study. And to make an example of that is right here is a brand new garden. It's doing the best of the gardens right now for the amount of time that it's been used. There are no copper rods here. I haven't checked for 7.83 hertz in resonance, so I don't even know if that's related or if there's anything going on here that I can't see. But if you're wanting to subscribe to electroculture, then you need to know Schumann resonance, 7.83 hertz, and antenna building. William L. Orr has several antenna books out, and they have the math in them to build you an antenna. So if you want to have 7.83 hertz resonance with the earth and try to grow, then you should put the resonant antenna most likely in a loop with a matching loop in the ground around an area, and the two to be probably the upper loop, just guessing because it's close to ham radio frequency. I would say 30 feet in the air. And that may work for electroculture, or at least pulling in some kind of radio magnetism, a matched ground loop with a matched loop in the air, both tuned at 7.83 hertz. So that's my opinion on electroculture and why most everybody that's showing you this on TV, YouTube, wherever, is wrong. Thank you.